it's like, you know, when you know, growing up in the neighborhood, man, you know, and you watching everybody around you, you know, like I got a few homies when we was growing up. Everybody not fortunate, you know, and I ain't never really been the one to look down on somebody because they didn't have and different things, you know. So, you know, we was just growing up, running the streets, you know, and it just, you know, it's something I chose, and you know, then at the end of the day, sometimes I felt like it was in me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't half-ass with nothing, you know. So, you know, if I get involved with anything or I'm doing anything, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
not gonna half-ass it. You know, so during the time of me growing up, you know, like I say, a lot of them, like all my homies today, you know, we still see each other. We sandbox kids. You know, we not, you know, my homies that I got, we not the type of homies that came from here and was part of the hood. We actually was born and raised right there in that neighborhood.
Right.
So it's like, you know, it's just it's crazy how it is, man. You know, like
Right.
I say, me, like even today, you know, I'm a grown man. You know, I live a whole different type of lifestyle. You know, and even on that level, when a lot of people speak about gang banging, you know what I'm saying? You know, uh, everybody not gang banging. Just because you come from a neighborhood, don't mean you gang banging. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, you know, I'm a thoroughbred. You know what I'm saying? I still rep Santana, but I'm a grown man. You know, but we live a different lifestyle. Me and a lot of my homies do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. But that
You
but
know,
that's your community. You still represent your
exactly.
community. Yeah. Not
You know,
not from
that's
a gang standpoint, but from,
right.
hey,
You know,
this why I grew up. What led you to being incarcerated in TDC? TDC, for those that don't know, is the Texas Department of Criminal Justice here in Texas. What got you to TDCJ?
well, like growing up, man. I've been doing time all my life, man, and even young, like I say, when I went in head first, full throttle. You know what I'm saying? You know, set tripping on enemies, and you know, like just whatever. I was just doing whatever. I was wild, and I had caught a lot of cases, man. I was catching case after case after case after case, and I ended up, you know, it was like, man, I was only seeing the streets for probably a week or two, and then I was in juvenile, then I'm back out. I'm out on the streets for about 2, 3 weeks, then I'm back in. That's how it went for me, to
Right.
where I caught a case in LA at a party with some of my peoples, and I ended up getting locked up in Inglewood. And you know, my mom was trying. I didn't want to leave Cali. You know, I had to leave Cali.
Right.
So my mom worked it out to where, you know, I wouldn't do no time, no probation, none of that. You know, if we left. So we ended up going to El Paso. You know, so I supposed to been changing, doing a lot of stuff different in El Paso. So when I went to El Paso, uh, man, like it was just different in the city. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really do nothing but get even more buck wild. So I went and did I think I did 6 months in TYC right there in Payo, Texas. And
Okay.
then I got out of there, and then it was like probably a year and a half after that, you know, like I say, then, you know, I had 16 cases, and I got convicted for 4 cases. They offered me 50 years. My lawyer got me down to 15, so that's how I ended up going to TDC and went straight to Ferguson. I've been on Ferguson like basically my whole time.
Okay. You got some, Hollywood?
So I want to ask you this. In Cali, right? Prison in Texas. Is it any resemblance between those two prisons?
Nah, ain't no resemblance. You know, you figure you doing time, but you know the way things work in the inside,